Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of February 1st, 2026. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. So if you have Taurus in any of those placements, odds are this message is for you. If you don't know what your placements are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also in that description box is information on how you can become a Time Traveler member. Keep in mind, this is a collective general reading, not individualized and not personalized to you. So as the messages come through today, just take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means that it's meant for someone else. Also, little FYI, Taurus, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to help all of us move forward with our respective life journeys. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as the Venus placements. Cards really want to speak today. What does Taurus need to work on for the week of February 1st, 2026? Okay, 10 of Pentacles. This card wants to show itself in the pre-shuffle as well. So what situation in your life shows your greatest accomplishments? At the bottom of the deck, you have Judgment. What is trying to get your attention? Okay. Why is the 10 of Pentacles the tarot card of the week here for the Taurus collective? For Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is the 10 of Pentacles their tarot card of the week? I just saw the 7 of Cups card. We'll see if that wants to make an appearance. Excuse me. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay, Taurus, we have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 7 of Cups. And we have the King of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Sun. We have the 2 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Wands. That leaves Judgment, Queen of Cups, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups here, Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is going to be a very specific message. So if it's not yours, please don't get offended. You're just, welcome to check another placement. But I have a group of you where you are... I don't know how to say this. I love the Taurus collective. I just want you all to know that. If you've never seen a reading before, I always say Taurus is the backbone of the zodiac. So that's why I'm just cautioning you that this is a very specific message intended for those of you who spend money in order to find happiness. And it actually is sabotaging your long-term happiness. The 6 of Pentacles would be you spending money, 7 of Swords, on all of these various cups that make you happy. Mini wish fulfillments is sometimes what I call the 7 of Cups card. And it's like buying all this stuff or living in this house or owning this car or, again, whatever this is for you, it will make me actually very happy. But I think what Source is trying to get through to you today is what situation in your life shows your greatest accomplishments. It should be your connections in your life. Not what you own, not material possessions. That is the judgment call here that Source is trying to get you to make or to understand. We have Judgment here twice at the bottom of both decks. I feel like I have a group of you, and it's probably a small group of you, so again, don't be offended, where if I have a nice house or I drive a nice car or I wear these clothes or I go on these vacations, I'll be very happy. And although money does make people happy, lovers and the Hierophant, there you are, connection is what makes us rich. I think that's what Source is trying to get through to you. Because I feel like I have a group of you. I'm looking at the King of Cups face. He's actually not that very happy in this particular deck. But I feel like you're trying to fill your cup with all of these items or possessions. Tell me more about that 7 of Swords here for Taurus. Tell me more about the 7 of Swords. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The 7 of Swords is clarified by the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Bottom of deck, 3 of Swords. That's exactly what this is. So, so the feeling here is if I spend money on luxury or on items that bring me temporary happiness. I don't think you see it, though, as temporary happiness. I think that's where the self-sabotaging behavior is occurring. Because the feeling here is I work very hard for my money, which I have no doubt that you do. And so when I go out and I spend a little, on myself, that it makes me very happy. But I think what you're not realizing is it's short-term happiness. And then it's like, then I have to buy the next thing. Then I have to upgrade the house. Then I have to change the furniture. You know what I mean? Then I have to update the wardrobe. Then I have to get a new car. It's like, it's this never-ending spending money in order to acquire happiness. But happiness, one, should be found within, and two, should be found in connections. That's the ultimate choice of happiness. We have the sun, we have the Two of Cups, which talks about partnerships, and the Three of Wands is actually the sun in Aries, astrologically speaking. It's like you can go a lot farther with solid partnerships in your life as opposed to material goods. Because at the end of the day, there's still something within you that's not healed. There's still something within you that's aching. So spending your hard-earned money, and I have no doubt that it's hard-earned because I know I've known many a Taurus in my day, it's still not bringing you the emotional fulfillment that you desire. And I think that's what Source is trying to get you to realize. Tell me about that King of Cups here. It's like you're trying to find emotional fulfillment in buying items. Tell me about that King of Cups. I'm not judging you, Taurus. I love a good handbag myself. So one more shuffle here. Thank you. The King of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Swords. Everything I said is the truth. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. The road to happiness is loving oneself, investing in yourself, investing in connection. I think that's what Source is trying to get you to see, but you're not seeing it as of this time. You're blindfolded in the Eight of Swords. There's something here, if I buy this house, or I renovate this house, or I buy this car, etc., etc., I wear these clothes, or I go on this vacation, it'll make me very happy. And it does. There's no doubt that those things do. But it's not long-term happiness. Tell me about connection here. Because I feel like this week, Source wants you to focus on connection as opposed to material goods. Because it says, what situation in your life shows your greatest accomplishments? It should be the people you have in your life. Yeah. Tell me about these connections. Tell me about these connections. I think that's where your true happiness is in connection. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Or it should be in that. We have the World card. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Wands, bottom of deck, Ace of Pentacles. This is a lesson here for the Taurus collective, or at least for the group of you that I have, that I've tapped into. Because for me, the World card, I always see it as a lesson being completed, not necessarily a chapter being closed out, although sometimes the completion of those lessons does come with closing of a chapter. But I feel for at least the last 2 years, Source has been trying to get your attention about this. About the way forward is through connection, not through monetary goods, not through your bank account. Although, again, it's very nice to have those things. It's almost like you're focusing a little too much on that and a little less on partnerships. And I think that was the lesson here for the group of you. Investing in partnerships will take you a lot farther than items. Anything else Taurus needs to know about this? And then we'll get you 3 cards of advice. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The lesson. The Empress, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Bottom of deck, Four of Swords. So again, I don't want to keep repeating the message for you, Taurus, but it's like once you can actually see that, that the road to happiness is connection and not material items. That's really when you'll step into Empress energy or Empress power, whether you're masculine or feminine. We all embody masculine, feminine energy. But it's like this lesson is completed. Will there be other lessons that you need to learn in life? Absolutely. But when it comes to the lesson of people over possessions, that's truly like once you graduate, then you are an Empress energy when it comes to that lesson, and you'll never have to learn that lesson again. Until you learn that lesson, though, you will be in the Four of Cups. So no matter what items you purchase or whatever it is that you're doing here that's making you momentarily happy in the Three of Cups, you're still going to be feeling like you're missing out on something. And I think what Source is trying to tell you is what you're missing out on is valuable connections. Let's get you some advice here. So this seems to be more of a mind shift change here that's needed for the Taurus collective. 3 cards of advice here for Taurus. And I think with that Four of Swords, it's like just meditate on this week. Think about this week. Three cards of advice here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Taurus. 9 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. Yes. There is something here. And I feel like if this message is resonating for you, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Because you know that when you're acquiring these things, these momentary fixes, if you will, these momentary experiences, which are, you know, are filled with jubilee and happiness and all of that, they're short term. Because at the end of the day, when you're retiring, at the end of the day, your thoughts seem to center around, I'm still not happy. So there's some depression here, or anxiety, or despair. And I think this week's Source is just saying, just start to discover. Could this message actually be important for you? Should you actually be considering it? The 4 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and there we go, Judgment again to the Tower. Just think about it. You don't have to make anything, you know, big rush decisions. You don't have to list your house up for sale, start emptying out your closet, selling your vehicle. You know, there's nothing like that here that needs to be done. But it's like, just give it some thought here this week. Is it possible that if you are consistently in the 4 of Cups and this message is ringing true for you, is it because you are filling up your life with possessions and not people? And I think if you're at the end of contemplating this week, if you have that aha epiphany moment, like, oh my God, yeah, I kind of have been trying to find happiness down the wrong roads or down the wrong path, I think that's when you have that Tower moment. Life starts moving very quickly, and it looks like you have some new people here then that are put on your path. But in order for that to happen, there needs to be a change in your mindset. That is what I have for you for the week ahead, Taurus. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Don't forget to check out the description box to find out how you can become a Time Traveler member. And until I read for you again, Taurus, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.